And we're live. Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
Good morning, Yvonne. I'm great.
We are on day 2 at WCI Palooza in Orlando, Florida. How are you doing?
I'm great. Yeah. I got to sleep at a reasonable hour last night.
Good for
which is
you.
Maybe shocking.
I know. It's hard to do at this place.
Yes.
But so I'm so excited to talk to you because you shared with me when we were talking and prepping that this is your first conference here.
This is my first time here.
Well, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
How's it going so far?
It's great. Yeah, yesterday did a combination of attending sessions as well as walking the exhibitor booths and already making some great connections. I did just come in yesterday, so I started right at the beginning of the sessions, but really good.
Did you happen to catch any of so how long have you been in the industry?
So I have been working kind of tangentially in the work comp industry for the last about 2.5 years.
Okay.
And then just joined a very dedicated and focused role on workers' compensation in March.
Wow.
So very new.
Fairly new. Yeah. Did you catch any of the crash course sessions?
I did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. I did the second and third. Yes. So it's complicated. Yeah. And then the every claim a human story. So
what did you think?
Great. Yeah. I enjoyed both of them for different reasons. Yep. Obviously, it's complicated. I enjoyed because, wow, they were so insightful. Yeah. And every panel member was a little different in their expertise and personalities. Yeah. So I really appreciated that. And then every claim a human story, right? I'm in rehabilitation. So those stories struck a chord, the types of patients that we're working with every day as well.
Sure.
So
awesome. Yeah. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
And so how are you feeling after day 1? And it's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So how does that feel?
Good. I'm anticipating some different sessions today.
Right.
And then kind of piggybacking some connections I made yesterday, hopefully making some new ones today. You start the morning walking down the hall and already meeting people. Actually jumped in an Uber with another guy this morning who was coming over from the other hotel. So got to meet him from Sedgwick. So yeah, I think it's
great way to meet people for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your company that you work with.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm with Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation. Most of our inpatient acute rehabilitation hospitals are in Michigan, but then we have several system sites, Indiana, Illinois, Virginia, and West Virginia. So yeah, we specialize in acute rehabilitation. Some of the most, catastrophic workplace injuries is what we're dealing with. So brain injury, spinal cord injury, amputations, multi-trauma, etc. And then also do, quite a bit of other, diagnoses that maybe are not as related to workplace injury.
So the 2 claims that we were talking about yesterday with Josh and Declan, those are your kinds of claims.
Absolutely. Yep. So we are CARF accredited in brain injury, spinal cord injury, and amputee, and then all the other diagnostic tools, again, that might not fit as much with workplace injury. And we're a spinal cord injury model systems program as well.
Very good.
So our main campus has 150 beds. So
awesome.
Pretty big Grand Rapids site.
Awesome. So what are you looking to accomplish here at the conference aside from meeting people? That's everybody wants to meet people and get kind of connected. So what else are you looking to do?
Certainly learn. I have a pretty good knowledge base of, Michigan legislature as it relates to work comp, and yet being new in a leadership role with it and the ever-evolving landscape of it, I am just, kind of always hungry to learn. That's part of why I stepped into this role, is because I saw it as I'll always have something to learn.
Absolutely.
So I definitely that, but then also on the national landscape, learning. That's the session yesterday, talking about how it differs in each state.
Sure.
And then knowing in an acute rehabilitation hospital, we are welcoming people in from, many other states outside of just Michigan.
Yeah.
So it's certainly very relevant for me to stay up to date on all of that. So
very good. So what sessions are on your agenda today?
I am going to go to the return to work breakout.
It's amazing. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
I'm glad to know. I think, again, as my focus is serving injured workers well,
sure.
Often that starts at the hospital level of care in acute rehab, but then we have outpatient, home and community, home health, wheelchair seating, orthotics and prosthetics and bionics. We have a full continuum of service. So
awesome.
Yeah.
You're going to love the breakout. I am sad that I'm not able to make it this year, but I've been many years. I was there for part of it last year. It's always good. They've always got great speakers. I know the folks that put that together, just really amazing folks. So
well, now I'm even more excited.
Like you've already been doing, make sure and engage. There's a lot of engagement at the table level. You'll meet lots of good people.
Great.
So just lean in, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've appreciated the energy that everybody has to come together, right? Kind of put in my thing. I'm that topic of fostering collaboration. I think that's what I loved so much yesterday in a couple of those sessions was just all the different perspectives and specialty areas coming together and being better together the sake of the human, the injured worker at the end of the claim. Is that
is a common theme that you'll hear. So that's one thing too on the podcast. So our regular episodes, we try to feature as many different stakeholder perspectives so that people that are listening, and particularly we designed it with people that are newer to the industry. So make sure and follow us and listen to our regular episodes because every episode that we have, we're talking to a different stakeholder person, and getting into what do they do, what are they responsible for, how do they come into the equation, and really just kind of understanding the nuances of each perspective.
Yes.
So it's really helpful.
I think that's helpful even for, not just me as a leader, but even, our team members, our clinicians are driving in the car for them to be able to to be able to listen to those different perspectives and remember that, we're all coming together as a team, but better understanding each member's part of that is really helpful, I think, in fostering that collaborative spirit. Because it's not always easy. Sometimes it's very complicated.
It is.
Actually very complicated.
Yeah, it is.
It can be very layered.
It is. And I do the same thing. So I work at a company called Institutes of Health, and they're based in Southern California. We have a lot of clinicians. We focus also on those complex cases that you talked about, PTSD, brain injury, and also, severe chronic pain like CRPS and things like that. So we have a lot of clinicians, and as most people know in this industry, it's tough to find enough clinicians to practice in this industry. So I'm so happy to see that you're here. And that's my next question. How did you get drawn into the industry? What brought you into the industry?
So I was working as a clinician for a number of years, physical therapy, treated some injured workers, but not a ton. And then moved into more of a liaison position where I was working on facilitating the transitions from hospital to a community-based program. And, oftentimes it was with the intent of a focused return to work program. And I would hear our teams talk about work comp is so fulfilling because you're not just returning someone to a really basic level of function. The whole goal is to return them to work, to return them to productivity.
As close to where they were when the injury happened,
So that looking at it as meaningful employment or meaningful engagement. So even for those that we don't expect to return to a paid type of position, really imagining what they're going to be capable of doing in their communities, even at a volunteering level, right? So I think there's just that added element of it's so rewarding to get to help and foster what is possible for this person all the way through to that point. So when I was looking at making this transition into a role that was very focused on that, I knew that teams are looking at this as a really fulfilling type of patient that they get to work with. But then also, I'm a pretty analytical person and a pretty relational person.
Right.
So looking at all the different types of claims, all the different scenarios in which an injured worker might be coming to us.
Right.
I appreciate looking at all of that and putting the pieces together and helping, create an environment where we can all work together.
I love that.
For the good of that patient. So it's been really rewarding already. And there will be countless more stories
awesome.
of, like Declan yesterday.
Yeah. So I love that you're in the industry. Seems like you really love the complexity. That's what we always say. It is complex and it can be frustrating, but therein lies the beauty of what keeps us all engaged, right? Yes. It's like, if you're a problem solver, if you like puzzles, this is the place to be. Yeah. And it's really rewarding to see it all come together.
You just interviewed, and I should be able to fetch this right off the top of my head, but a chief medical officer,
Dr. Marcos Iglesias.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. And he was talking about how do we engage clinicians in an environment where they're already so busy and have so many expectations. Right. And one of the things he said is a lot of clinicians get into the practice because they like solving problems and figuring things out. Yeah. And so if we can create a space where they have the time and the resources to do that well, I think it actually can be pretty satisfying.
I agree. So I'm going to end with saying I have to do a personal shout out. People, I know you're going to get tired of me doing this, but I can't help it. So my youngest daughter, I have 2 daughters. Yeah. My youngest daughter just graduated in May with her DPT. So, and she went to University of South Florida, my alma mater in Tampa.
Well done.
And yesterday was her first day at Tampa General Hospital.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
I was at their lunch. They have a luncheon every year where they invite me. And for years, for whatever reason, I had conflicts and I couldn't go. So I made a point to make sure and keep my schedule open to go. And I was going around telling all the doctors, my daughter's working at Tampa General, her first day today. So it's awesome.
Oh, we'll give her my congratulations. It's a big accomplishment.
It is. I'm so proud of her. But the reason I say that is because I really am secretly hoping that she'll find her way into the work comp industry because she loves it. Yeah. She loves the complex cases. So she's doing a residency, a 13-month residency, and it's all about acute care. So she's getting trained in all facets of acute care. Yep. So
yeah. Well, send her up to Michigan if she wants
in the
summer or fall.
I would love to do that. Yeah. Well, listen. Yeah. It has been so amazing talking with you, Stephanie. Thank you for coming on the podcast. And we'll have to get you on for a full episode.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, I would really love that.
Awesome.
So, and have Raphael here with us too.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give him some crap for not being here. And he's gonna be real sad that he missed your conversation.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a follow up.
Awesome. Well, we'll be back soon. So until next time, hasta luego.
Bye, guys.
Takes just a second to stop.